Welcome to the Site Docs Job Safety Environmental Analysis Training. The JSEA is used to ensure proper fieldwork planning so that potential hazards and risks to health and safety are identified prior to going into the field. It is reassessed once in the field. Eliminate and mitigate residual risk to reduce fieldwork-related hazards, and ensure that staff and subcontractors are aware of potential hazards associated with fieldwork and safety measures to provide protection from them. A JSEA is not required if you are going onto a construction site and will work under the client's JSEA, or if no fieldwork is being undertaken. Examples include an on-site meeting with a client, or travel not involving fieldwork, such as driving to a meeting or conference. A JSEA is required for every new project involving fieldwork, when driving for 8 hours or more, or if an on-site meeting is on a remote or hazardous site. The JSEA can be found in Site Docs. You should have received an email from Site Docs inviting you to log in and set your password for first-time access. If you have not received that email, please contact Karen Jamison and ask for it to be resent. Once you are logged in, you will see a screen similar to this. It will show the Oracle 2.0 plus any projects that you have been allocated to. Our locations are our projects. Before you commence anything in Site Docs, you must choose a location. Only projects that have been assigned to you will appear in this list. You can easily see which location you are in by the label at the top center of the screen. You can see that all projects to which you have been assigned are visible. Click on your project, or you can search for it by simply typing part or all of the project name or number in the search field. I am going to use a test project. You will see that as I type, it reduces the list of projects to just those with test in the name. I'm now in the project, which you can see by looking at the name at the top of the screen. On the left-hand side, you will see the Forms button. The Forms menu contains all of the project-related forms that you may need to complete as part of a project. The first one is the JSEA. You will see that the form has a number of headings. New Forms, as the name suggests, is to start a new form. In Progress are forms that you have started but are not complete. This is a local-only copy. That is, only you can see the forms under this heading. New and in progress forms can be deleted, but once they have been signed, they cannot be deleted. Duplicate is used to duplicate a previously signed form that you want to use as the basis for a new form. For example, if you are conducting fieldwork at the same location with the same team each month, rather than having to create a new form, you could just duplicate it and change the date. Revisions show the revision history for each form that has been completed. You would use this folder when you want to revise a form. Previously signed, as the name suggests, is the signed document. You would send the most current version of the previously signed form to your project manager or manager for approval. Now let's take a closer look at the JSEA. You will see that the form is auto-filled with the project name, date and time. The first section is called General Information. In this section, you will add the dates of the fieldwork, contact details and type of work. Several SWIMs have been created depending on the type of work you are doing, and you should attach all relevant ones to the JSEA. To do this, click Add File, select Resource Library, then click on the Standard Swims tab. Tick the swims that relates to your work, then click Add PDF at the bottom of the screen. This will attach the swims to your JSEA. If you are doing very specific work that is not covered by the swims in the resource library, you can create a swims and save it on the server. In this case, click Add File, then click Upload File and navigate to the swims you have created. Once you have added the swims to your JSEA, you should check that all the likely hazards of the fieldwork site are included in it. If not, these should be added to the site-specific Hazard, Risk and Control section. The hazard and controls are added to the JSEA, and the risk rating before and after the controls can be determined by viewing the PDF at the start of the section. If there is more than one hazard, each one can be added by clicking the blue Repeat Section button. In the PPE and Applicable Procedure section, select the necessary certifications, PPE and procedures from the drop-down lists. Multiple selections can be made for each. In the Environmental section, select any licenses or permits required for the fieldwork, and also any general hazards that are likely to be encountered. A call-in protocol should be implemented when the site has some social or physical hazards, when the work activities have some degree of risk, such as night work, or when departure and arrival times may be outside of standard work hours. If a call-in is required, complete all items within that section. It is very important to add details of all field team members, and this can be done by clicking the blue Repeat Section button. Appendix A should be completed for multi-day fieldwork that will be conducted on one site. Appendix B should be completed if the multi-day fieldwork will be conducted over more than one site. It is extremely important to organise a muster point in case of emergencies, and details should be added in the checklist section. If you have any medical conditions, it is important that you add them to the medical conditions section. Examples of medical conditions might be allergy to bees, asthma, diabetes, or a heart condition. By doing this, if you suffer a medical episode in the field, the team members will know where to find your medication. Likewise, before the fieldwork commences, you should check with the field team to see if they have any medical conditions. This isn't meant to be intrusive, it's to keep you safe. A work stage manager and team leader must be selected in the sign-off section, and all members of the field team must be added. You will then be able to request the project manager to sign it. I'll demonstrate this by opening a previously signed form. Click the blue Request Signature button at the bottom. Select the project manager's name from the list and click Next. Set the due date, then click Schedule. That person will receive a notification to sign the form. When you reach the fieldwork site, you should use the JSEA to guide your pre-start meeting. Choose the most recent previously signed version and go through it with the team on site. You will probably find it easier to view the PDF. To do this, click Share in the top right corner. To add the team members' signatures, go back to the non-PDF version, scroll to the bottom and click Add Signature. Then click Worker from my company or type the worker's name in the search field. If using a subcontractor, click Workers from Other Companies. All of the NGH subcontractors are listed in SiteDocs, but it will be necessary to add the worker's name. If you are doing multi-day fieldwork and there are different workers who were not present at the initial pre-start, the team leader must go through the JSEA with them. Each morning, or when conditions change, it is essential to complete the hazard assessment and take 5. This will ensure that you are thinking about the risks and the changing nature of the work environment. You can find additional information in the SiteDocs procedure, which is in the resource library. If you have any questions, or if you encounter any problems while using SiteDocs, please contact Karen Jamieson. Thank you for watching this JSEA training video.